Why are there 23 mattresses on the floor in the basement? Why are there 18 bunk beds on the second floor?
Yeah.
Why is there crack pipes all over the place? So I saw something online, something about a $5.5 million house in Mississauga where I guess they went into foreclosure or something like that. And, you know, my first thought it was, how fraudulent was that mortgage, right? And then so, you're talking about the bank, they don't even go out and look at it. They rely on, the appraiser basically, and maybe a inspection or something like that. But I mean, how many of the loans out there would not have been given out if the people, really did not only the appraiser, I mean, uh, just the bank or the whoever's given out the loan, the lender, like if they really just went
Yeah.
to the property, like you're saying, right? If they just went
Yeah.
to the goddamn property to see what the real story is, why
Or,
are
or
there
or they met the guy. They met the
23
borrower.
mattresses? Why are
Hmm.
there 23 mattresses on the floor in the basement? Why are there 18 bunk beds on the second floor? Or,
Yeah.
why is there this crack pipes all over the place? Like,
Yeah.
how I
Why does the
I
back of your car say Uber when you told me that you worked at such and such? So like the Uber guy's income now is going to be reported. That's new news that came out this
oh,
week.
that's
So I'm like,
big news.
what? Why wasn't it reported before? How come everybody else is getting a T4, T4A? What the heck were the Uber guys getting? You know? So
Well, listen, they were self-employed. It was the same thing, right? They were considered
T4A, why not? So,
self-employed. Well, you don't
yeah.
need a T4A if you're
So,
self-employed. You like it's
so
invoices.
realtors are. Well, I mean, if it's coming through a commission based type of industry like that, like real estate, we get T4As. But anyways, you could be right. Bottom line is
Likely
that
not.
seems weird. So now what the CRA has been doing, and Ron Butler's talking about this right now a lot, and obviously we talked about that when we had him on the show because he was one of the people who was advising whatever committee was coming up with that was now the CRA's internal system being linked to some sort of application where mortgage verification applications can access somebody's income. Now, there's a lot of talk right now because these are private banks. They want to lend money, and now all of a sudden they might have access to somebody's personal information, which they might be able to use in some sort of commercial format. So there's a little bit of a privacy issue there, but I think for the greater good here, in order to be able to get rid of the mortgage fraud, I think that at the end of the day, this is going to be a really good system that should have been implemented a long time ago.
Yeah, this is
Just get
listen,
rid of
this
fraud.
is
Just get rid of it. You can't afford it, you can't buy it.
right. So, but I've said this a bunch of times on the show. Not that this is a great idea. And I mean, they're implementing it, but they're not implementing it for like another year and a half or two, because they know
Yeah.
the same thing that I keep saying. This is a death blow, bro, because listen, how many people, we've talked about it before, didn't embellish a little thing just to get that debt service ratio to the right place, right?
Yeah.
How many mortgages out there are fraudulent? And that's why I said the Ron Butler or somebody posted that $5.5 million bankruptcy or foreclosure, and I sent Ron Butler like, "Hey, how fraudulent is this mortgage?" And he was like, "Oh, good question. Let me check on it and get back to you." And then it turns out it's a realtor that owns the place. So, like, how many mortgages? And sorry, on top of it, they're saying that they're going to look back at old mortgages, man. So, if you go, how many of the mortgages out there would not be approved if you saw that 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 income, that real
Yeah.
income, or if you actually did everything properly, legitly, right?
Are you looking for the best merch store on the planet? Well, we got the shit for you. Coming in at low prices where we barely make any money off of whatsoever. you can get the greatest real estate merchandise on this platform. Just look at this very flamboyant man putting on this great stuff. He looks great, he's dancing great, and boy does he look sexy in that merchandise. I tell you, buy this for anybody, you buy this for yourself. You will be not only repping the greatest Canadian real estate podcast in this world, but you will also be looking hella good doing it.